Welcome, everybody, to Branding on Blast, where we delve into the branding pitfalls and success stories of other businesses. We learn from it, educate ourselves, and help you blast off with your own businesses. My name is Tamara Darress. I'm the owner of Dream Fuel Marketing, and I'm here with my co host today.
I am Tiffany Bitt, and I am the Client Services and Marketing Manager.
Yeah, she's amazing. She does all kinds of stuff.
Yes, that's what I love about the job. Every day is different.
That's right. We keep it spicy.
Oh, yes.
Well, today's episode is going to be a really fun one, actually. And I want you to take all of the challenges that we're going to throw at you today, because this can really make or break you in your business. We're going to be talking about the Google test. Everybody knows what Google is. Well, we're going to be talking about Google, what shows up when someone searches for you. Have you ever done that? Like, have you searched for people? I mean, we've all done it, right?
Yeah, and I did for myself when I was creating this PowerPoint. So,
Yes, and that's the thing is, like, once somebody says, "I found you on Google," I'll be like, "Oh, well, let me see what they found," and I'll Google it, and I'm like, "Oh, why is that there? I don't want that there."
delete
Or,
that.
"Wow, okay, this is good." So, it's a very good way to see what other people see first when they look you up, as opposed to meeting you in person. Nowadays, you don't really meet people in person so much unless you're at a networking event, and then usually if someone's interested in you, they're gonna go home and Google you.
Yep, or Facebook.
Yes, or Facebook. So this is actually happening every day, whether you want to be on Facebook or on Google or private. Google's out there and technology is taking pictures of you all the time.
Yes.
All right, so we are talking about Google. Today we're talking about what we call the Google test. And because if people search for you and find nothing, this is really important too. You want people to find stuff about you. It's worse though if they find nothing about you. And this is where trying to build up your Google presence is very important. Um, Also, when we do the Google test, we're going to be talking about the type of information that's there, because outdated information, or if you change jobs or you have a new company, if you have that showing up first over what you're actually doing currently, then you can really create some brand confusion with what you're doing. All right, so we have up on the screen Google. Let's see. Everybody recognizes Google here. My screen's usually white, but this one's like dark right
I
here.
like the dark. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
you're a night owl kind of person.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it bright. I wake
all
up in
the
the morning.
stuff that I work on all the
Yeah.
time.
So Google is the entry to finding out information, really. I mean, Google's done an amazing job with branding themselves as the place to go. Then in the dictionary, I'm sure it says Google it. Let's talk about hot tips for building a powerful brand. If someone Googles you right now, would the results make you look like an expert or like someone who barely exists online? So I want you to do that. I want you to go on Google, Google your name and Google your company and see what pops up. And do this like a customer would. Like, let's say you're looking for the type of service, you put your name in, what pops up. Because most people are going to be researching you before they even contact you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, for example, many professionals maintain updated profiles on LinkedIn because it often appears first page on their results. Because some of the search engines and some of the platforms for social media have higher ranking depending on how many followers there are, and what kind of content is on there. So, making sure that you're on these more powerful platforms can really make a difference for you as well. Okay, so that's gonna be like number one tip. Let's go to our next screenshot here. I think Tiffany put me up here. So just to
Yes.
kind of show you, because yeah, she did the PowerPoint. I was like, oh, I'm okay. Well, okay, that's good.
Yep.
And actually when she put that up, I started looking, oh, that's up there, that's up there. So for me in marketing, my presence online and socially is part of my marketing strategy. The more that you see me, the more that I'll be in the forefront of your mind. And that can help get clients to trust me, follow me, and want to work with me. So this is my Google listing. So my Facebook page pops up first here if we look at this. So my Facebook pops up because I'm very active on there. I post multiple times during the week, and my followers are higher. So that's one thing that you can work on too. See what's kind of popping up and what's not, and then work on things that aren't. Videos tend to really show great presence online with Google. So as you can see, almost all of these are reels that I just posted in the past few
Mhm.
weeks.
Yeah.
So, and the ones with the most views will always populate higher on there. And then we were talking about LinkedIn. And so you can see there my LinkedIn pops up second under Facebook. So LinkedIn, I'm not very active on there, and yet it's such a powerhouse of a platform that LinkedIn is going to show up. So if you don't have a LinkedIn and you think you don't need it,
Need to get it.
you need to get it. It's gonna put you up there. And then our, dream fuel marketing comes up as well.
And this screenshot's interesting. This is actually AI mode. So you can go from like just a regular Google search, or you can switch over to AI mode. And this is actually what AI pulled up for you. So I thought that was really interesting what AI had pulled together. And then it actually links your anything that you're on. So for you, it's a lot of Facebook, and even companies that we've worked for, have done work for, they've popped up too. So I thought that was pretty interesting
Yes,
what AI is
and
doing.
so take that as some, homework for you to do as well. It when you're working with clients, like, let's say you have a service-based business, like, maybe you have a lawn business, take a picture of the lawn, ask if your client would be happy to be in the picture with you, and tag them on Facebook. There you're now connecting with that person and all of their friends, and that's how that algorithm on Facebook works. So now your, single business now is accessing their network. So if you can be very smart with how you do guerrilla marketing and are building your presence online by tagging other people and other businesses.
Yeah, or going to events, because even here it has like events that you've attended or have host or MC'd. So I thought that was interesting too. So it does show
Yeah.
that like actually being out into the community makes a huge difference for how you rank and what it
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah, and our last episode that we did, we talked about education. So creating educational platforms or classes or online webinars or Zooms. If you have that content out there that's telling you, telling people about what you do, that in itself can rank you higher in Google as well. It's now setting you up to be an expert because it's telling people that you're teaching classes or you have some type of educational component to your business. And I'm going to go back to like the lawn care. What if you just did a short video on the best fertilizer for your yard and you just did that? I mean, that sets you up as an expert in the lawn care business.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much. You just have to do it and put it out there.
And the other key is like if you own a company, you also need to start a personal brand too. So you need to be active on just your company, but also like put yourself out there as your own personal brand, as you're an expert in the field and you own this company, which is what you have done really well
Yeah.
with Dream Fuel Marketing.
Yeah. And then we're building you up as well. So we're
Yes.
trying to build up Tiffany's presence online as well with the different things that she does because she also owns her own company as well. But let's go into hot tips for building a powerful brand. What you want to do is own your first page. You want to own the first page in your search results. So if you Google your name and you're not even showing up on the first page and your name is the Google prompt, then there's a problem and you need to fix that. And we do that as well. So a lot of times when we have clients that come into us, we'll actually go in and we will look at everything. We look at their socials, their website, their emails, their presence online, their Google listings. And we say, okay, well, you've done great with this. These are the holes, these are the bones that need to be built up. And these are things that we need to work on to help boost your presence. So we actually go in and we audit your account at the bones level because if something's not working, like if your foundation isn't strong, then anything else that you do, any other money that you spend is just going to be wasted. So this is really, really important to finding out, what's working and what's not working with your company. Um, let's see. And then we have another example. Let's put up HubSpot. So HubSpot, this is another brand that's created an authority in the business world. They publish educational blogs and guides answering common marketing questions people search for online. So they've done a really great job with providing education. And the more content that they've created, HubSpot, when you search for marketing, HubSpot can pop up. So this is another tool to use is creating blogs, posts, even on social media, TikTok posts, because a post can be not a blog and it can still rank in Google.
It's all about keywords. So when you're doing a post, you're doing a blog, you need to think about what your customer is looking for. How do I market? How do I help find sales? How do I get more leads? So you
Mhm.
want to have those specific words in your post or in the blog. So that way it will pop up on any search engine that they're on, because not everyone may use Google, and you
Mm,
need to think about that too.
that's true. And the more useful content that you create, the more authority you have online. So, be very specific and focused and intentional in what you put out there. Don't just like make up stuff and put stuff out. I mean, that's content too. But if you can actually have value to what you're creating, you're just going to rank higher. So let's go to our Google listing here. So we're going to put that up on the page for Dream Fuel. So this is our Dream Fuel marketing listing. And our company is actually not that old. We have over
Yeah.
25 years of experience, but I created Dream Fuel marketing just this year. So we've been really building all of our bones up and building our company out. And one of the things that a lot of people forget is to post to their Google listing.
Yes.
This is very important because in Google, when you're searching for a service based individual or business, when you go to Google, you're going to be looking at reviews, looking where they're located. And then, if you notice right at the top here, there is a section of photos. So, anytime we schedule posts, Tiffany does our posting, we schedule those images and those videos or posts to our Google listing because that creates more content. That also shows value with what we do. It shows our work. So it's very, very important. Go to your Google listing, make sure you have one. If you
Yes.
don't,
Create one.
create one, and then try to get reviews, try to fill it with images because you have a lot of control about with what you look like to your customer. So try Googling yourself and see what comes up because that's really, really important. If you don't even know what people are seeing, that could be part of the issue. All right, so branding missteps to avoid. The invisible expert. You could be the most incredible individual in the industry that you are, but if you do not show up, nobody will know you're there.
Exactly. We live in a digital world. You have to be on everything,
Yep.
the internet,
Mhm.
social media, because social media, it pulls to the internet. So you need to be on everything.
Yep. And I tell a lot of my clients too that come in and this is something actually I repeat over and over again to people. A lot of people come to me and say, "Oh, I have this I just paid, $10,000 for this marketing company to, build this website for me, but nobody's coming to my website." And I tell them like, "Well, are you on Google? Are you have your social media listings up? Are they maximized? Do you run campaigns? If you build something, nobody's gonna find you unless you are doing something to make them go to your website."
Yes. Do you have blogs? Is your social media even linked? That's the number one thing I
Mhm.
see with websites. Like if they tell me they just paid all this money for a website and then I go to their website and their social media is not even linked.
Yep.
A lot of people do their research. They want to see your website. They want to see how many reviews you have on Google, Facebook reviews. I mean, I'm one of those people. I do my research even before I go out to a restaurant. I'm looking at the reviews on Google. I'm looking at the Facebook reviews. I'm looking at pictures. So you want to make sure all that stuff is on there.
Yep. Yeah, it's very, very important to be able to make sure that you are visible in this world. And I just want to say one more thing to the websites because this is just something that comes up so many times that, or they'll ask me to build a website, I build it and I tell them, okay, so now we need to run some ads to it or let's do something with your social media. And they're like, "Oh, well, I think the website's just good. I think we're good with the website." And I told them, I said, "It's like buying 10,000 acres in the middle of nowhere, building a castle that's $10,000,000 and it's the most incredible thing and wondering why nobody's coming to visit you."
Yeah, because no one knows about it.
You have to send invitations. You got to tell people, call people. So think of your business like that. If you don't tell people to come to your castle, they're not going to come.
They have to know it exists and that they
Yes.
can go there.
Yeah. And then also too with your Google listings, you also want to check too, Google listings and your Google search. Are your hours of operation correct? Do you have old phone numbers? Are you have missing photos, no reviews, bad reviews? These are all things that your customers are seeing first. And if you don't, you can fix a lot of those things because we do that for a lot of our clients.
And if you're a service-based business, you want to make sure that your Google listing is actually showing up on maps,
Hmm.
because that is huge. If they're searching and they're not seeing you on Google Maps or even maps they use on Apple, that's an issue.
Yep. Exactly. So moving on to branding missteps to avoid, we kind of been kind of dabbling in that already here, but outdated websites can really hurt your credibility. There'll be businesses that have been running for 25 or 30 years and their website looks terrible. It looks like it's 30 years old and they're wondering why business has slowed. They've been in business for 30 years. They haven't had to do advertising. Well, times have changed. Your credibility online needs to look legitimate, and you may have to invest more money in a website and new marketing strategies. It's just something that is part of today's marketing. You can't just be old school all the time and get referrals.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but that doesn't always last very long, especially with the cycle of a customer. Especially if those for 30 years you have a customer, they may die. Also, what are you going to do if you're dealing with people who are passing away? You have to get the younger generations in.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into brand real success stories. I know we've been talking already for so long. We're getting close to the end of our show.
I know.
I wanted to bring up Gordon Ramsay. So let's put Gordon Ramsay up on the screen. I just love him. I don't know. I love all the things that he did. I watch Hell's Kitchen and,
Oh, yes.
I considered being on the show. Glad I didn't. I didn't want him to yell at me or Kitchen Nightmares. But he shows up as an expert in his industry.
Mhm.
And why is that? He has so much content. If you Google him, you see cooking tutorials, restaurant features, you have television shows, interviews, master classes, the works. He has created so much content in what he does. He has set himself up as the expert in the chef culinary field
Yeah.
and even in TV as a personality. So this is something to consider. Google some people that you might feel could mimic your brand and see how they're showing up on Google because again we always talk about not recreating the wheel. You don't have to make something new. You can follow some success stories and use what they did and apply it to your own business.
Yeah. Use their strategy. Just don't copy word for word exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. So with Gordon Ramsay, the more places you are, the more expertise you show, your authority becomes massive.
Yeah, and
So
it's all about
consider that.
what you're a part of. Like if you're in movies, you're gonna show up in different links on that. So it's also about like where is your name at on other websites too. Like you popped up
Exactly.
on I think a movie too. I just kind of cropped that out on your screenshot, but it's about what your name is on. So
Mhm.
that all accumulates on your
That's
search.
right. So try to go to events, get your name in the paper, be a guest on a podcast or vlogcast. I mean, we always do that with our clients because we tag them when we create content and a Google presence for them in what we do, and we share that as well. Let's look at Mr. Beast. So that's another one. I mean,
Yeah.
Mr. Beast started what on TikTok or
I think
Reels?
YouTube.
YouTube. He started on
Mhm.
YouTube just giving
Yeah.
money away, and then he created a Mr. Beast burger, and now he has this multi-million dollar game show, which I just watched that. I don't know if you've watched it.
I don't keep up with Mr. Beast. I
Okay.
don't.
Well, it's actually interesting because it kind of has a little Squid Games kind of feel to it. Which
Okay.
was, you die if you don't make it to the next level, and they actually, like, made people drop through trapdoors and stuff.
Okay,
So,
that's very
it's
interesting.
actually very interesting. But when you Google, Mr. Beast, he shows up in many different places. His viral videos, interviews, he does a lot of philanthropy projects, and he has a lot of business ventures.
And he
So
has toys. The kids are love Mr. Beast. He has his own chocolate bar. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
And also, he's on Wikitubia. And also, I want to say about Wikipedia, which we need to do that as well. Wikipedia, you can submit your own information
Oh,
about yourself if you're
yes.
not already there. I
Yeah,
think I
I
think I
forgot
might be
about
there,
that.
but it's something else that you can put out there as well because Wikipedia is always asking for people to add information to different topics or people that are being Googled. So if you have a presence, then you can build on it too by educating Wikipedia on you. So
Yeah, and
that's
it's just showing up consistently. I mean, Mr. Beast showed up consistently day after day, and that's how he got to where he was. It
yeah.
wasn't luck, it wasn't fate. It was just every day he showed up
Yep.
consistently, good or bad.
And consistency is key in everything that you do. It just is. And the more consistent you are, the more pages you can show up on. So if you don't show up on Google, get on Google. We've already talked about some of the things to do, and I'm going to give you some homework here. But then if you're on Google, see if you can start adding more pages to your Google. Right. So if you can be more than one page of Google, that's even better.
Yes.
Because consistency creates a powerful digital footprint and it strengthens your brand. All right. So here's our audience Q&A. So we have audiences submit information or questions to us and we answer. So the question is, what if I Google myself and nothing really comes up?
That was me. We'll
Yes.
be talking about me.
Okay. So let's talk about you. Do we need to put yours? Did you put your stuff out
Yeah,
there?
there should be another
Okay. So let's put
screenshot.
the Google slideshow up with Tiffany's name.
Yes. So I don't really pop up, and you have to put my middle initial for just me. Otherwise, if you just put my first and last name, there's like, I guess, several other Tiffany Bents. Um, but I also thought it was very interesting that my old powerlifting rankings pulled up. But otherwise, it's just Instagram, Facebook, and my LinkedIn.
Yeah,
There's not
and
much.
Dream Fuel's there, but also your powerlifting, that's also presence that you invested a lot of time in, and your name was ranked, and
Yeah.
you have a Google presence there. So now we just have to make more for you.
Yeah, build my expertise in the marketing field.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna go quick through this. Our brand Blastoff challenge. This is your test. Okay. This is your take the Google test. What I want you to do is search your name. Then I want you to search your company name. And then I want you to search your industry and your city. And then I want you to ask yourself, does this reflect my expertise? Would a potential client trust these results? And then, is there helpful information about what I do? So, these are very powerful questions that your client will be considering when they're looking at your Google presence. And then, what I want you to do to help fix that or improve it is create one piece of content this week that answers a question that your clients frequently ask. All right. And then create that piece of content that can be found on Google. So, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, blog post, LinkedIn, put it somewhere. It'll rank if people engage. So keep doing that. Your reputation online is often built before you ever meet a client.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah. All right. And we are all the way at the end of our show already. I cannot believe it. Your brand doesn't start when someone walks through your door, it starts the moment someone searches your name. So take the Google test. We promise you, if you fix it, you build it up, people will find you because we want you to make money. We want you to grow with your business and we want you to blast off. Thanks for joining us on Branding on Blast. I'm Tamara Darress with Dream Fuel Marketing with Tiffany here, and we will see you on social media or give us a call. Bye.